Hello to everyone, guys. So today, again, welcome to Odoo API. Um, in today's video, I'm excited to take you through a practical and highly useful feature in Odoo development, which is called API integration. Specifically, we will be working on creating a weather application in Odoo by integrating with a weather API. I will guide you step by step through the process of fetching real-time weather data and displaying it right within your Odoo app. Uh, Let me just tell you that it will not be a perfect scenario or very refined application. No, it will not. But my object is my main motto is to just show you a process and teach you a process how to integrate with any external API, how we can do it. This is just a process, and rest assured, you will just get lots of info from here. So at the moment, let me just show you what I'm using today. So if I go in my settings, so this is again Odoo 17 today, which is Odoo 17 Community Edition I'm using. Along with this, I'm using Visual Studio. So, so this is as you can see, this is a manifest file at the moment, and the name of that application I will just put on weather integration, and at the moment in data, this is a security file which I have not created yet, but I will create it later along with you. And in views weather.xml, I have not created yet. As you can see, views, there is nothing inside. So we will create when we will start the process. So, but in the meantime, what we do, we just create a new file now, and I will name it weather.xml, and I also create another file, which is this, which is for security for access rights. And I will name it ir.model.access.csv. Okay. So, so that's it. Um, so we are new. If you are new to API integration or looking to enhance your Odoo development skills, this tutorial will show you everything you need to know to make your Odoo apps more powerful and dynamic. So let's dive right in. Okay, so first of all, let me just create a new model file, a Python file. At the moment, we don't have any. My custom module name is customization. I have already shown you my manifest file. So let me just create a new file, which is weather.py. And we also give a reference from .import in our init file. So this is it here. Um, Guys, one more thing. Just for saving time, I will also just copy and paste already figured out code which I have here. So I will explain it to you later one by one everything. So for that app, I have imported these dependencies, um, odoo.models, and then fields, and then API. So basically, these are Odoo specific modules. They allow you to define models, fields, and API methods in Odoo. So you already been aware. You have seen lots of my videos, and I have already give lots of time references about this line. So this is not a new to you. Yes, but the second line is a bit newer to you, which is import Meteomatics.api as Meteomatics API. So basically, I will use this application, or you can say website, for fetching that live data, weather data, which is called Meteomatic. That's why I definitely need as a dependency. This imports the Meteomatics Python API, which is used to fetch weather data. You can use any. This is just an example. Then the third one is import date time as DT, which is used to work with date and time values, such as getting the current time or setting an end time. So this is why we are using. And the last one, this is not necessary, but import logging. Basically, this is the Python logging library used here to log any errors or um, information to Odoo logs. So this is why uh, we will use that. And then in my next thing, I will use this line, which is called, this line sets up a logger to record messages and errors during execution. So you can view these logs in the Odoo logs. So which we are talking about, these are the Odoo logs. So if we are using um, loggers, so it can give you more visibility to our logs. So I hope you are understanding what I'm talking. I definitely know you are not new in this process. You are watching lots of my videos, and you're definitely not new, so you know what I'm talking about. Next is class weather data models.model, and then I have defined name of this model and then description. So basically, this defines a new Odoo model named weather data. I am creating a new model today, which is called weather data. It will represent a table in the Odoo database, which um, we are using today is PostgreSQL. You already know that in Odoo framework, the database we normally use is PostgreSQL. So Odoo database where that weather data will be stored, and then name is equal to weather.data. The technical name of the model, this will be used internally in Odoo. Then underscore description. So basically, this is a human readable description of the model, what it is and what is, what this model is doing. So very, very simple. Then we will define some fields. So the first field I would say is location, a character field, and string for that I would say, yeah, anything. Location. The next will be temperature and fields dot float. Yeah, it can be um, in float. Data type and string anything temperature. Cool. Third field we say condition, character. That's okay. And string we say condition. Okay, and we say default is clear. Cool. So these are three fields which we have defined, and then I would say I will just add a method. So here I will add this method which is called define fetch and store. Define fetch underscore and underscore store underscore weather underscore data. So this is a method um, which I will use in this API making application. So this is a custom method that will be triggered to fetch weather data. As you can see in this method, we are again using another method, so which is a helper method. So first, in the second line, this line calls the helper method underscore fetch underscore weather underscore data to get the weather information. So basically, this method, which is this one, it's not actually um, fetching the weather information. This is basically our core functionality what we will use, but in this line, which is weather data, is equal to self dot underscore fetch underscore weather underscore data. This method is actually responsible for fetching the weather information from the weather live weather website. So after that, what we are saying that if there is data, if it is fetching any data, then we are creating these three things: location, temperature, and condition. So this creates a new basically record in the weather data model, storing the location, temperature, and conditions. So that's it. This is what this method is doing. Very, very simple. And now I talk about the helper method. So basically, this is the helper method. Let me just copy. Why I'm doing this? Because I can also just take you through and just type line by line and then explain it to you. But it's better I just paste the whole thing and then explain it to you line by line. So the both in both ways, objective is the same. But I think second method I prefer now, just to save your time, save your guys' time, because normally Odoo video is just like 15-20 minutes. It's just very, very normal. We can take we can even prolong to half an hour, 1 hour. Time just blows like that, and in a small application creation it just take like that. So that's why I'm preferring this method. Please let me know what you are preferring. If you want to add anything, if you want me to change anything, I would definitely will think about that. So this is it. So now this is the main method, um, which is actually fetching the weather information. Right. So first of all, Meteomatics credentials. So let me just take you through that how we can create that that information. So as you can see, this is the name of my helper method, which is define underscore fetch underscore weather underscore data. This is the name of the method. This username and password, how we can create username and password. So this is what I'm going to tell you now. So what you need to do, if you just go on this website, which is www.meteomatics.com. So just click there. So when you go there, you will go on their website, which is Meteomatics. So here, you just first of all, you just need to create a new account, which is sign up now, and then you need to pass on all this information. And once you will just finish and complete these information, submit, um, then in your email address, they will send you your username and password. So that's it. That's what you need. After getting username and password, then you can just put that username and password here. So now uh, I'm not using a dynamic approach. So what is a dynamic approach? So dynamic approach is that you just give any location or any country, any city's name, and then you will get that country or city's information simultaneously from Meteomatics website. But problem is this: why I'm not able to do that? Because that is not free, and that's why I'm just using a free trial version, which is just um, uh, that's why I have hard coded the information which I require, just because this is just um, a tutorial and learning purposes. So that's why I just need to show you. I just need to give you an idea that how you can play with APIs, how you can just get information from third party app or third party website through API, through the power of API. That's what I'm doing today. So what I've done here, it's coordinates for London are hard coded here. 51.5073219. This is the and then this can be modified to take dynamic inputs as well. You can do that. Just change the approach, and then weather parameters are there. So basically, a list specifying what kind of data you want. In this case, the temperature at 2 meters. Um, so temperature at 2 meters if I want. That's why I have just used this line here. Um, and then model is mix. You just say just a mix model. Uh, then after that, okay, so this line start date, this line basically sets the start date and time for the weather data query. dt.datetime.utc now gets the current time in coordinated universal time, and it's basically replacing. This ensures that the start time is set to exact beginning of the current hour. Then the next line, end date is equal to start date plus dt dot time delta hours is equal to 1. So basically, this line sets the end date for the weather forecast. The time delta hours is equal to 1, adds 1 hour to the start date. And then the third one, interval, at this line, interval is equal to dt dot time delta. This sets the interval for the time series data. In this case, the interval is set to 1 hour. Okay. Then next one's this try. Um, so basically, the try block is used for exception handling. It tries to execute the code inside the block and moves to the except block if an error occurs. So you definitely know about this. Um, and then this line df is equal to meteomatics underscore API dot query time. So this line is basically is designed to fetch data. This is a Meteomatics underscore API dot query underscore time underscore series, and then this is basically a method, is a function call that queries the Meteomatics API to get weather data for a specific time range and location. And then you can see all these parameters, all these um, parameters, coordinates, start date, end date, interval parameters, username, password, model. Um, so this is how we are getting this is, and this is not actually any kind of Python queue. This is bit designed by the third party. They have just actually designed that this query should be like that. In this the coordinates basically a tuple representing the latitude and longitude of the location. Then the start date, end date, interval. I have already patched it out here. Then we talk about parameters, a list specifying which weather parameters to fetch. In this case, t underscore 2m that already we have defined here. Then the username, we have got it. Then password, then model is model, specifies the Meteomatics model, which is mix. In this case, mix is a model that combines various forecast models. So this models is equal to mix means basically that combines various forecast models. So the result of this API call is stored in the DF data frame, which contains the weather data returned by the API. Okay. Then um, next is temperature is df and dot ilog 0. So what it means, this extracts the column t underscore 2m colon c from the data frame, which contains the temperature data actually at 2 meters above the ground. So this is just fetching the temperature, and the line stores the temperature data in the variable temperature, which is here. Okay, the next one, return temperature, location, condition. So basically, this creates and return a dictionary containing temperature, location, and condition. Um, and then except this one, except exception as E, what it basically means, if any error occurs during the API call or data extraction process, the except block will catch the error. So I hope you understand everything, what is actually defined in this method. And then return none. If an error occurs, the function returns none, indicating that the weather data could not be fetched successfully. That's it. Um, so, okay, this is it. This is our Python file. So let's work for our XML file. So because XML file is responsible for um, for our front end thing. Absolutely. Okay, so this is the XML data, XML code. So let me just explain what, first of all, what is this? Um, the XML file defines views, actions, and a menu item for the weather data model. This is what everything is uh, in here. So the breakdown, the first one is this is a form view. Uh, defines a form view for the weather data model. As you can see, this is the ID of the form view. This is the this is the name of the form view, and this is the model weather data. Um, then I have defined a new sheet, and in that sheet, first of all, I have added a button, which is called um, the button string. Where is the string? Sorry, yeah, fetch weather. So this is the name of that button. This is the action which will, when we will press that button, fetch and store weather data. So this button will fetch the data, and it will so fetch and store weather data. Let me just show it to you. So if we go in weather, so that button will invoke this method, and once this method will invoke, it will also invoke the another method which is actually fetching the weather data. And then I have just added in a group three fields: location, temperature, condition. So I hope you understand this because it's not new for you. Then the next is tree view. It defines a list view for the weather.data.model, displays location, temperature, and condition fields in the table format. Then this is the action, creates an action to open the views, tree, and form for weather data in Odoo. And this links the views to Odoo's user interface, you know that. And then I have added two menu items, menu buttons. So once we will install this app, the first, it will create this weather integration. It will create this app name, you can say. And when we will click that, we will get weather data. And when we will press weather data, then we can see action weather data, which is opening the form view and tree view. So I hope you understand um, this complete code. I'm pretty much sure that you will understand because I have just tore it down to just each line by line. And then at the last but not least, this file, which is a security. So whenever we are creating new model, we just need to add we just need to add this for our new model. And before this, I guess there is another thing as well. So let's copy from Odoo add-ons account. And if I see in security and security, sorry, static, this is security here. So the first line, I need this one. So now we have got everything now. And this is the time to run our Odoo service, restart it. Okay, go in Odoo and let's go in apps. First of all, you make sure that you are in developer mode. We are not at the moment. Click it. Or if you don't know how to do it from here, you can just do it by going in settings activate the developer mode. So here I will click update apps list, and then I would see my manifest file. I will go in manifest file and then copy this name, which is the name of our module, and I search with this name now. So when I do that, I can see this module is present there, and I click it, activate. Once I activate it, this module should install. Okay, perfect. After doing that, you can just click on apps, and you can see another app has been added in your apps library, which is called weather integration. You click on weather integration. So as you can see, location, temperature, and condition, they're already there. If I click new, you can see this is a form view which I have added location, temperature, and condition. And this button is already present, which is called weather fetch. So let's start and make a test. So I call it, so we need London one because already it has been hard coded as well. So I click weather fetch and I go in three views. So you can see that 16.80. This is the temperature in London at the moment, and condition is clear. This is for London. So voila. Um, I hope you just love this work, this tutorial today, which I have just told you, and this is just beginning. It's just, um, I mean, lots and lots of dimensions everywhere. You can just you can just connect with any third party app and fetch data uh, from any third party app or website, wherever obviously the third party is willing to give you permission to fetch data from there. So I hope you like this video. Please, if you like it, share it with your friends, subscribe my channel, and yeah, give me different more topics to just talk about that. One more thing, Odoo 18 is coming. So wow, there will be a lot to talk about. So thank you so much. Take care and enjoy. Bye bye.